Now, this is what many of you were stuck driving in last night. This was in Centerville. This is where the possible tornado was first located just before 8:30 last night, prompting a tornado warning.
Then it moved towards the Tysons area. Marcella Robertson is live along Chainbridge Road near Tysons Corner Center with a look at the damage. It seems to be fairly isolated to that gas station. We'll know more when the sun comes up. But Marcella, what are you seeing this morning?
Hey guys, good morning. Yeah, the damage really centered around this gas station here. You can see everything is taped off this morning. As you mentioned, we're right along Chainbridge Road. We're actually directly across the street from Tysons to the Galleria. And while a lot of the smaller things that were thrown around here last night have been cleaned up, I do want to point out that it is the structural damage that is so significant here. Take a look at this awning of this gas station. It is incredible how it is essentially just resting and leaning on this snack shop, this small convenience store. And it is likely that if that store were not here, that entire awning may have collapsed. And it really just gives you an idea of how strong and how powerful the winds were out here. There was actually an attendant that was working inside at the time these winds came through. He said he hid under the counter and really just waited until it was safe to come out. Really scary moments, as you can imagine, and it really just gives you an idea of how powerful those winds were as they came through here. I want to show you this video that we received from a viewer. He was actually in a parking lot nearby when those winds came through. The video is pretty incredible, and even though it's dark and kind of hard to see, you can see in that footage kind of the spiral and the funnel in that video. Again, we're still waiting for confirmation if that was actually a tornado that came through here, but pretty incredible footage from him. We spoke with him just a few minutes after he took that video. Here's what he had to say.
Pretty much came right over these two gas stations and then headed right down towards the metro station, clipped the corner of the garage there at Tysons Corner, and then it all happened in about 20 seconds. There was some flashes of light. It wasn't even raining. Some flashes of light, a lot of noise. Turned around, I was like, oh, here it comes. And it went straight down. You have the video, seen the video? It went straight down the road. It's crazy.
Yeah, pretty scary stuff there. Again, you heard from him. That is a gentleman who took that video. Right now, everything's still taped off here this morning. The cleanup is going to begin, but it really is a structural damage that is probably going to take some time to get fixed here at this gas station. And again, the National Weather Service will be out here later today. It'll be easier for them to assess the damage once the sun has come out and when it's easier to see, and they will confirm whether or not this was actually a tornado. But the good news in all of this is that no one was hurt. Guys, back to you.
All right, Marcella, and just to review that storm that went over the area last night, this is the one that sparked a tornado warning. This is in the 8 p.m. hour on Thursday. You can see it also packed some heavy rain with it as it moved across the area. Now, just going back to that video for just a second, let's just really take a good closer look, and you can see a little spinning there. And here's the key. It's a funnel cloud, but it's got to have contact with the ground for it to officially be a tornado. If you see a funnel cloud in the sky, but it's not in contact with the ground, it's not a tornado. Got to be in contact with the ground for that. Another thing that trained professionals look at when they're looking at that is they're looking for some debris to be coming out at the bottom of it. If you can see the debris flying around at the bottom of it, that's another way to confirm that it was that. But there are also some other ways that they can look at it as well. So just looking back at this early look, it looks like it could have been a potential EF0 tornado. That would give it winds between 65 and 85 miles per hour. Now, the National Weather Service is going to review that data and then decide if they're going to go out there. But Topper Shutt is going to explain to us what they're going to be looking for, certain damage patterns as they get out on the scene.
All right, let's talk about a telltale sign of tornado damage. It does leave a certain pattern. Why? Because it's a rotating column of air, and as it moves through, it's not going to produce wind speeds and wind direction at the same as it rolls across a neighborhood or down a street. So instead of these trees falling in one direction, they fall in different directions, and that is a telltale sign. Now, yes, you can have a thunderstorm with a downburst that will also give that sign. But if we're tracking tornadoes and we've seen a tornado warning, that's one of the best ways to confirm it was, in fact, a tornado.